Jai Shri Ram. My pravachana checklist. These are shlokas which I intend to read out, discuss, and help people memorize because my objective is to become the greatest Bhagavad Gita teacher in the world and to train everyone who has the same kind of zeal, because we have to reboot Hindu society. Otherwise, we are racing downhill. Okay, this is my pravachana checklist. Janami dharmam nachame pravritti. I know what is dharma, but I don't feel like doing it. Guess who said this? Duryodhana. Janami dharmam nachame pravritti. Janami adharmam nachame nivritti. I know what is adharma. Remember, adharma and dharma are untranslatable. There is no English word which is an equivalent for dharma. The English words at best are righteous deeds, meritorious deeds. So, English is a fundamentally defunct language, impotent language with only 26 letters and about 2 lakhs vocabulary. Whereas Sanskrit vocabulary is about 10 lakhs and it has got dhatus or root words of 2400. So Sanskrit is eminently capable of creating new words whenever necessary, whereas English has to steal words from other languages, which reflects their culture also. See, language reflects the culture. And English steal. They have been stealing throughout history. English, after all, England is 2.55 lakh square kilometers. Before the partition, Andhra and Telangana, Andhra was 2.75 lakh square kilometers. India is 32.8 lakh square kilometers. So this small, tiny country, which was smaller than our combined Andhra Telangana state, ruled us for 200 years. Which means they did not enslave us, we enslaved ourselves. Because there are so many traitors in Hindu society, many foolish people, and many idiots and rascals. Jaichants are also there, who don't study Bhagavad Gita, don't know Ramayana, and get carried away by the atrocity literature produced by the communists and the two serpents, the two asuras, the desert cults, okay, Christianity and Islam. So, we are fighting three asuras actually. Shiva killed Tripura asuras. We are fighting even now those Tripura asuras. They are the desert cults too, that is Christianity, Islam, and communism. Unfortunately, many Hindus have already been bitten by these serpents and they are infected. They have not read the Bhagavad Gita or Ramayana and they have all kinds of wrong ideas, nor have they studied the Bhagavad Gita and nor have they studied the Bible, Quran, Hadith, Sirah al-Nabi and the Communist Manifesto. If they had studied all of them and formed their own opinion, they would never go astray. But today the Hindu society is really going downhill. My twin objective is to become the greatest Bhagavad Gita teacher in the entire world and train every capable, willing Hindu to become the same. Very simple. Because only Sanatan Dharma can save the world. Islam and Christianity have already killed billions of people throughout history. Communism also. Because you see, the biggest mass murderer in history, if you take only individuals, then that is Mao. Mao is believed to have killed about 90 million of his own people. And Stalin comes next with 60 million. And if you look at history, communism has killed. Well, I don't know the number, but you have to make some estimates. Pol Pot and this Che Guevara, he is a bloodthirsty monster, and many foolish youngsters wear T-shirts with his image because they think it's fashionable. A bloodthirsty, cold-blooded killer is not a role model, okay? So, and Christianity and Islam have also killed perhaps billions, if not billions, perhaps hundreds and hundreds of millions throughout history. Whereas Hinduism, you see, we have given sanctuary to all refugees, Parsis came to India in 1000 AD. Jews came when they were persecuted all over the world. So, Hinduism is the only religion which does not tell you that you have a duty to kill the fellow who does not follow your religion. Unfortunately, it is true, it is there in the holy books of Islam and Christianity. Islam and Christianity are very clear. The Quran and the Bible clearly say that non-believers have to be killed. Either they have to be converted or killed. Show me one book in Hinduism which says something like that. Not even one. In fact, we are willing to go and worship in their shrines if they allow it. I have no hesitation. But since I know what their books are teaching and preaching and what they are thinking, so we should never go anywhere near those shrines, because in fact they are taught that if anybody comes near their shrine, that fellow deserves to be killed. So please understand, it is high time we educate all our Hindus about the truth of these two religions and actually communism too. So these are the Tripura Asuras. So you have to awaken the Shiva within you and destroy the Tripura Asuras. Every Hindu should become a Hanuman. Every Hindu should become a Vivekananda. So look at this situation. Krishna tried to put some sense into Duryodhana, because somebody must have told Krishna, instead of Arjuna, why don't you tell the Gita to Duryodhana? In which case, there will be no war. Duryodhana will become a sant. So apparently Krishna made an effort. Okay. So when Krishna went, and when Krishna was just about to start the pravachan to Arjuna, to Duryodhana. Duryodhana is also a very intelligent character, right? He is a Kali Amsha. He was born of Kali Amsha. He was born, actually, Krishna promised to Bhudevi that don't worry, Duryodhana will be born as a Kali Amsha, and as a result of his birth, millions of these wicked, crooked, evil kings will be wiped out, and your burden, Mother Earth's burden, Dharti ke boj, all these people are Dharti ke boj. So if you study the Puranas, Bhudevi goes and laments, and Krishna says, don't worry, I will also come, and Duryodhana will come, and your burden will be reduced. All these rascals who are exploiting you will be wiped out. So Duryodhana has a role to play. When Krishna went and tried to tell him about dharma, Duryodhana replied, Janami dharmam nachame pravritti. I know dharma, I don't feel like doing it. Janami adharmam nachame nivritti. I don't know, I know what is adharma, but I can't stop myself from indulging in adharma. Tvai hrishikesha hridistitena yadha niyuktosi asmi tadha karomi. And you, my Lord, are seated in my heart. And in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said, Ishvara sarva bhutanam hrideshe arjuna tishtati brahmayan sarva bhutani yantra rudhani maya. So Duryodhana said, Lord, you are seated in my heart and you are making me do whatever I am doing. So I am doing nothing. It's all you. So don't blame me for what I do. So Duryodhana turned the tables on Krishna and blamed Krishna as the actual doer. So Krishna said, fine, very good. If this is the level of arrogance and ignorance, arrogance plus ignorance, you see, it's a deadly combination. We see mini Duryodhanas everywhere. They are constructing Ram temples and worshipping Rama on the outside, but inside they have seated Duryodhana. Inside they have created a temple for Ravana. This is the problem. We have a serious problem on our hands, because many people today think that they already know everything. And if you try to discourage them from worshipping tombs and dargahs and babas, they will get angry also. They will file cases also. So we have a nasty situation. So this is my humble attempt. So this is the first slokam. This is the first one. So I will leave it here. The next Pravachana checklist 1. Pravachana checklist 2 will start later. Jai Shri Ram.